cups of grated rutabaga.
Yep.
What we're going to do with that is drain it.
Yep.
Get some of that water out.
That's right. You want to squeeze the water out of it.
So how
Just do this with a clean towel, preferably something not too fuzzy, just like what Brett's doing here, the simple dish towel.
In the towel, just kind of wrap it up tight, and then begin twisting and compressing it, and you'll find the towel will get wet, soak up the water.
Yep.
Take the water out, and this is just going to help in browning it, getting it brown.
Yeah, and a little bit crisper. These won't come out quite as crispy as potatoes would, but what you're going to have is a equally delicious hash brown that tastes just as good as the potato one, without all the excess starches that your body does not need. Right? Save those for a glass of wine at dinner, or a special treat later in the day. But what we're trying to do here is reducing the amount of simple carbs that we're putting into our bodies. Here we have what we're going to be using to cook them. We have taken some rosemary that was from our garden last fall when we harvested it. Maybe about a tablespoon of that. 3 tablespoons of organic grass-fed pasture-raised butter. This is important because you want to make sure that you don't have any junk in your butter. So it's not necessarily the sat fat that's going to hurt you, but if you're a little spooked, you can also use avocado oil or something else that will, cook the stuff for you. But we like the butter. The butter is going to brown your turnips a lot more than the others will. And here is a bowl of our turnips. We've got 2 cups in there, and we are getting ready to cook.
And you can see that it bounces around nicely now because it's not wet and sticky.
That's right. We got rid of most of the moisture.
So we're going to crush up our rosemary.
Already did that.
And just kind of, I do it even more, just because I like to do that.
And drop it right into the turnips.
Cool.
And we're going to throw in a little bit of pink Himalayan salt. You can do that with a little sea salt too, from a good source. Our butter is cooking. We're on a medium heat. And we're going to just toss those turnips with the rosemary and salt right into the pan and get them cooking. Now, you don't want to stir these guys very often because you want them to brown as much as possible. So this process is going to take roughly 12 to 15 minutes. We're going to set our timer.
But we do want to stir it when we first put it in there.
Get the butter distributed throughout the turnips. And so we have our 3 tablespoons of butter in there. All melty and delish. And then we're going to spread those guys right out so that they're kind of flat in the dish, in the pan. Riley approves.
All right.
Okay.
And what I like to do with that is compress it.
Grab a spatula and just press it right into the pan, into the hot pan, and let the butter begin browning those turnips. What we have here
about 4 minutes in.
is about 4 minutes in. We're going to start stirring the turnip and see how beautifully browning they're getting. These are your hash browns, people.
Yeah, we had these yesterday. They were awesome.
Delicious.
So out of 1 giant rutabaga, you get probably 4 meals, so 8 servings. This is 2 servings right here.
Brett is now flipping these. See how brown they are? Beautiful hash browns. These are going to be so delicious with our wonderful pasture-raised, farm-fresh eggs from our neighbor. The best eggs in the world. Wait till you see the color of the yolks. These are nearly done.